How's it going, lads? Today we're going to be breaking down the Xenoblade Chronicles 3 Direct. We're going to go through a few things. I'm going to skip around a little bit. We're just going to talk. I wanted to talk about stuff I enjoyed about this Direct, but it came out so soon, I'm going to have to revisit a few things. So I did want to just, go through it live. Well, not live, but record it and just kind of break it down bit by bit. Anything interesting, we'll talk about it for a while. Let's start with this. Let's get going. See, okay, let me check here. This is the first thing I wanted to check. Right. This must be the fight that we see at the trailer when when we run into our first Ouroboros. That must be what that is. They're looking back at that, right? And then this fella is saying, this looks like the same fella. Oh, I'll put these on. Yeah. So these are obviously the Ouroboros, or like the people who are going to attack us, or our cast. Which is quite interesting because, realistically speaking, alright, they differ, but, so here's what I think happened. I'm going to just throw out my theory immediately, off the top. I think what happened is that, do you know in Xenoblade 2, when the conduit disappears, whoever these people are, were the people who gained the abilities of the conduit. Like, that was their universe, and they traveled to this universe through what we saw in Future Connected with the fog beasts and stuff. So these are like the fog beasts, or like the rulers of the fog beasts, and they have like an overall control of the passage of fate to a certain degree. Like, they were able to manipulate it in a similar way that the architect did in 2, but are more active about it because they don't have the same hang-ups, right? And then that, whatever way Melia and Nia do it is like an agreement, or like some way to stop them from completely destroying the world. I don't entirely know that part. I haven't worked that out yet. But they're quite interesting designs. And so this is obviously the new quote-unquote architect of the game, or in my opinion. But who could it possibly be? Like, it must be someone we know, or someone we have some association with. Because they're not showing, well, obviously they wouldn't show his face. He's probably the main villain, right? So, it is interesting though. So, we see it's kind of going straight for the war angle immediately, right? Yeah, so we got 10 years on the dot straight away, which is interesting. So, they have to have the terms to use the blades, apparently. That's what they must be told. They got Xenoblade 2 eyes. That's cool. That's cool. With a bit more eyelash, which is nice. I will say I love the designs of this cast. Pretty clean. But they're all talking very negatively, which shows the real struggle of this world. There's nothing in my head that can make me understand why Nia and Melia are so complacent in this, right? Unless it's some agreement that they have with these people. To kind of stop them from destroying the world. I don't know. Or maybe it's like to hold them off somehow. See, that's Melia speaking there, right? And then this must be like a giant Ouroboros character, like the second version swapped out, which we'll see later on. This is very... And this is like the face mechons again. But this is what happens when they die, right? You steal people's lives, right? I'm just trying to figure... So obviously it's said here, they are the ones toying with the lives, right? But what led Melia and Nia to be involved in this, man? Right, so then we do know this mark isn't just an Ouroboros mark, it's to say how many years you have left. Okay, that makes sense. This fella. The fella we saw there who said that is very interesting to me. This looks like some Darling in the Franxx pod type shit. They obviously... Oh, it looks so cool, man. This looks really good. And this kid here, I have nothing really to say about him much here. So we got more of the Iron Man arm, and we got some sick battle choreography, which is nice. And these are obviously... See, that's like obviously mid-game when they're in a big fight like we got in Chapter 5 or Chapter 6 of 2. It's sort of that version for this game. Okay, and obviously we're told here, she says, I don't want any of your time, right? That obviously tells us that, like, they take time away and give it to Mio, or Milio. See, they pronounce it in the trailer. It's moving up. No. Come back down. Yeah. So that's the trailer they give off. I can kind of just go about here now and kind of go. Yeah, see what I mean here? So they obviously now have the power of the Ouroboros, or not the Ouroboros, of the, what's it called? The fucking conduit, right? And they're using that power to control this world and kind of be the fate of this world, in a sense. Okay, now I'm reaching here. See this fellow? Do we think this fellow is Noah's dad? I don't know. It was the first thing that popped into my head. Same hair color, same eye color. It's just the first thing that popped into my head, lads. I think so. I don't know who, if any of these are going to be pre-existing characters. I can't really tell from their designs. I just don't know, man. I'm glad we get to see a more aggressive war sort of scene, because it allows us to have more themes tackled in this game more directly. So they make use of the face mechans, which is really cool. It's just trying to figure out how they're gonna tackle this. Like, oh, the weapons look so cool, to be fair. So this is obviously how you fill the flame clock. So is this only something that, like, let's say for example, to fill someone's flame clock, it's not to fill individuals, it's to fill like the overall colony to allow people to live on it longer. So maybe that's it, right? Their viewpoint is for those who are forced into battle. Maybe that's Nia Amelia's whole viewpoint. Is it's like kind of like, you know, our actions help the greater good. So when people die on the battlefield, it's reinvested into the agriculture and the economy of these other colonies, and then they increase their lifespans, allowing people to live in them longer. I don't know if that makes sense. Probably not. But that's kind of that's what this looks like to me. But the way they speak, right, is if everyone fights, which that wouldn't make sense if what I'm thinking runs, right? It just wouldn't add up much, to be honest. I don't know how they're gonna handle it. Melia, look at that. I just don't know, man. I can't. All right, yeah, because this looks like the yellow light of the conduit. So, do you, like, after your 10 years, do you go back to the conduit? Do you, like, revert? Is that what they're trying to do here? Like, they come to this world, they take it over, like the people in the film room, they take it over, and then possibly, maybe they use people's lifespans to make the conduit more powerful? I have no idea. It's interesting. I haven't really thought much about the possibility of, like, there being a third overall power. It would have been a shock to me, to be honest. What, like, they still got those environments down, bro. Honestly, still got it down. So here are the main characters. There's these 6 fellas, right? We got the choreography still sick, bro. So is Keves the Xenoblade 1 world and thing? Yeah, I'm assuming. And then Agnes is the Xenoblade 2 world. That's my thought process. Okay. See this. This is definitely Rex. This has to be Rex, bro. There's no way this is not at least a descendant of Rex. The way he speaks, just his vibe. I don't know why. I am so convinced that is Rex. I don't think anyone can convince me otherwise. I do love all these character designs. The visuals look great, though, to be fair. I think he's going to be a very interesting character. And her as well. More so. I don't know why. They give me that vibe. The character interactions are cool, but to be honest with you, I would have preferred if they didn't show off the character interactions, because that's something I would have liked to see on my own. But hey, I guess they wanted to show off how the world is boundless. This shows off a lot, so we obviously got full control of the world. It's probably not going to be like the Titan system. We're still going to have fast travel, but it's all probably going to be interconnected. And look at that beautiful. There's just so much beautiful landscapes, to be fair. It's so gorgeous. Look at that. It looks like they are trying to mix the two lands. Like we saw a bit of the plains there. We saw a few Titans. So when we see... So they talk about the colonies here, right? And we see, so the colonies are like the main base. But let's go to these, right? We got... So this is the, like, the community tab, right? That's not really what I wanted to show, but, here, yeah. So, there's so many, like, extra details they're adding into this game, like, extra quality of life and, like, character details that we didn't get in, like, we get, like, them acting outside of battle, like these, like them doing push-ups, them doing the flute, her drinking tea. I respect it, you know, I gotta respect it, right? Like that, look, respect, already my favorite two characters, you know, already. But yeah, it's the finer details they're getting down with Xenoblade 3, and I really like it. And the cooking mechanics, they're really like... They're getting down the finer details, and hopefully that means they've got the more important details down excellently. It looks cool, although I'm a bit disappointed here. Because it looks like not everything is voice acted. And you know how I've been since Three Houses came out. But you know what? You'll just have to do, I guess. It's a cool way of getting new side quests, but I feel like this will get tedious over time because we'll have to go and talk, unless you can fast travel, which they do say you can, so it might solve that issue fairly easily. Ooh, love that supply chest, and we got an animation for it as well. Ooh, look at that, some lovely shit. Like, it's just all the finer of vehicle control, man. They've got... See, that's why this is going to be the perfect Xeno game. It really is. Vehicle control, lads. Oh, that's so hype. Let's go straight to the battles, though, while we're here. So this is interesting, because they have some... We can switch... Here, look, arts. Yeah, we know all about that. We know all about the arts and that. This is kind of the same cutscene from last time, right? Here we go, yeah. These are just the classes, right? And... the cool thing about all these classes is that you can switch between them, which is excellent. We can have any characters be anything, and you can have multiple characters be everything. That is sick. Like, there's so many parts to this game, so many interlinking parts in the battle system. I feel like it's going to be one of the best battle systems in all of JRPGs. I'm very excited to see what they do. It seems very complicated. As I'm playing through Xenoblade 2, on the build up to Xenoblade 3, obviously. It's in the previous live streams, and there will be a separate playlist for that. But one thing I do want to mention is, like, there's so much of, like, learning, giving us mechanics and, like, slow bits. Like, I can't do chain attacks yet, even though I know how to do chain attacks. I can't topple, but even though I know how to do topples, right? I hope it gets to a point where if you know how to use these mechanics in this game, you can use all the mechanics. Besides the overclock, I get that, and the Ouroboros, I understand. The fusion, sorry. I get not being able to use the fusion until you're told, but every other mechanic they mention here, you should be able to use off the bat, besides maybe switching classes and stuff. Like, chain attack should be open off the rip, so people have a faster experience getting used to this game, right? Because I feel like that was the problem with 2, and 1 had its own separate problems. Chain attacks were really annoying to perform. Here we go. So this is interesting. So you get to decide what type of chain attack. So let's see. Let's read the descriptions. Let's see if they can come up here. Does it say? Let me move that. Attacks during chain... Oh no, it's just the same thing. So it just decides who runs it, I guess, right? There's no change. So our chain attack's automated now. After that button press. Let's just go. Oh no, there are different ones. Okay, that was like increased defender. So yeah, it is. They seem. Or is it just Neos you have to activate? Let me see. Right. No, okay. It looks like we had to pick something. But it doesn't look like we're picking the rest of them. So it must be automated, like the chain attacks, which is interesting. I'd love to see how they do that. So we're all locked to our abilities, yeah? For now, and then eventually we'll be able to unlock different abilities. I do like that though. You can match different abilities together. That's cool. So what do we think that is? Do we think the Ouroboros have some sort of connection to the Aegis, which allows them to have minor abilities that are similar to the Ouroboros? Like the Ouroboros can mess with time, can mess with the passage of fate, or not the Ouroboros, the people in the conduit, right? And let's say the Aegis is still around, right? This looks like an Aegis thing, like with the whole symbols and like being able to change abilities. I don't know why this area here looks to me like a where is it? Where? Let's see. We'll find it here. Right. This area here for some reason gives me off Aegis vibes or conduit vibes. So what I'm running off of is that the Ouroboros group were somehow inspired or have some sort of power that the Aegis has, or maybe the Aegis is like pirate, or that Mithra is like leading or doing something with, right? And they're like assisting them to hold on to the small amount of the conduit that they may have access to due to these people coming here. And so this gives us our abilities. I don't know, man. It's interesting. I do hope the Aegis will show up somehow, because I don't know, man. Also, off topic, the voice acting is top notch. Love nearly every voice in this trailer. It looks so polished, man. I don't know why it looks so polished for a game that's coming out earlier than it was supposed to, but I like the look of polish on it, to be fair. So these are all just like basic abilities, right? They tell you what you can do and all that. They're like different classes, which is cool and all. I like all that. But I just worry. I don't know. I worry about how complicated it will be. You can change class, which is handy. So you can do that. And you can learn classes. So there's going to be a lot of skill trees and abilities. So completion is going to be fun. Like if we see here, there's like a bunch of stuff you can do. You can add more arts. There you have your stats. Let's see if it shows up. Yeah. So these are arts you can use that are different types. Like, so even though I'm an attacker, I can use a tactician's art or a Zephyr's art or something. So there's like a set of 4 arts that are set to the arts you've mastered, which is really cool. It gives us a lot of options in terms of combat. That's what I'm saying. This game is going to be so complex, but I say simple enough where it's going to have this kind of really nice feel to it and really nice flow, kind of improving on Xenoblade 2's flow. I'm very excited to see what they do here. I'm hoping it's a very quick battle style, to be honest with you. Blade combos. Let's go. All right. That's some cool. Oh, that's cool actually. So you use 2 arts at the same time in like a combo attack. That's sick. All right. Now this is probably my favorite feature I've seen in this trailer, because we see, look at this character. She looks so cool. Look at that armor, boys. That armor looks so cool. Ah, man. The red eyes as well. And we got a mechanic. Oh, he's going to be like a better Tora, I think. I feel it. I feel it. Oh yeah, the voices are so funny. This guy has such a... Oh my god, this guy has such a deep voice. It's so funny. And Oni though. And Oni looks strange. I'm assuming. I'm wondering, This looks so good. Like all these characters. We got some gunslingers. That's nice, bro. The choreography of these cutscenes is fantastic. I think Heroes is going to be my favorite mechanic. Although they never state whether you can't control them or not. I hope you can control them. That would be one of my favorite things. I wish you could control them. It doesn't look... It looks like you can, but I don't know. And look at that. You can have... There's like so many characters now. And I'm assuming there's going to be like X, there's going to be like side quests to like deepen your understanding of them. Oh man, there's going to be so much to this game. I'm very excited. It looks so good. And then I don't know if this is like a skill level or a support system, but if we get supports in this game, that'd be cool. It looks like a skill level. No, it does look like a skill level actually for classes. Like, oh, look at... Like, this is what I'm saying. It's going to be such a spectacle to watch. Look at all these animations, bro. And all the, like... The speed of battle is going to be so quick. I'm loving it. Oh, and the fashion. They all look so cool. I actually really like this design with all the red jackets. I don't know. That's sick to me. They all look really cool in red jackets. I don't know. Like a biker squad. Now, this is interesting to me. Because we see them fighting this character again. Which we originally thought was going to be, though... They seem like they're not an Ouroboros themselves. They're like a different beast altogether. This looks like to me, so this has to have something to do with the Aegis, bro. It's emerald green. And this guy, oh, I'm telling you, this has to be an ability like sharing the powers or something. It has to be. I'm saying. Like, it has to be an ability of the Aegis. It really does. Like, I can't see a fact where he is not somehow related to the Aegis. Or some sort of Rex type character. I don't know, man. Like, that's... it. Yeah, we get Ouroboros, which looks really cool. Some Evangelion looking shit. Love it. The colors look weird, though, in these. Because they have them as all black. But they have different colors in the actual in-game. Which is weird. But maybe it's just the art. Actually, it does look black there more so than purple, which is what I thought. But, oh, it looks so cool. I'm looking forward to it. It's just going to be so... It's just going to be such an entertaining game. I wonder, though, the Ouroboros has to be related to the Aegis somehow, right? Oh, this expands it even further. I love this, right? Because now we've got an extra 3 Ouroboros to use. If you switch the leader. Like, imagine how sick that is. I think Sen is going to be one of my favorite characters. Because she's just so forward. If that's the best way. She's like trying to push things forward. And I think that's going to be really cool. Like, look at that. That's a sick design. Let's go back and just appreciate that for a second. Look at that. Oh, fucking pause. See that? That's a sick design. Look at that, man. You can swap between the different designs. That's so cool, bro. And it seems like you can do it mid-battle as well. See, this is what I'm saying. More skill trees. This game is going to have so much mechanics. It's going to seem complicated at first, but I feel like once you get them all and understand them all, it's going to be so sick. Oh, it really is. I think the skill trees are going to do us great because we can all have different sorts of builds and different characters, so all our runs won't be the same. It gives a bit of an originality to your runs, which is sick. And this is chain attacks. Yeah. So does this still look automatic? Let's see. This is obviously their level 4s. This is like similar enough. This looks really cool. Yeah, I think it's definitely automated. That's what they look like anyway. I know they haven't shown us the UI, but they just look automated. That just looks so cool, man. I am really excited for this game. I don't think I'll be able to finish it in the weekend because I'll be going off to... I have to finish it in the weekend, boys. Otherwise, because I'm going off to Spain the Tuesday after it comes out. So if I don't finish it, I'll have to wait a week to play it on stream more. I'll have a separate account to play through it. See, okay. So Nia's also involved, but somehow I feel like Nia's gonna get like a maniacal joy out of it. It just looks like she's turned a bit. You know, I don't know why. I feel like it's more plausible for Nia to turn bad than for Melly to turn bad, because she's witnessed a lot more fucking vile evil, you know what I mean? I know Nia has as well, but I just mean in terms of on her own people. Whereas Nia, it was just herself, so she might be able to like twist her judgment maybe to like think of like getting back at the world. I don't know. Look at that. I think Senna's going to be very important. I look forward to seeing what she does. Alright, these are the one. I'm just going to call them the what's it? Council of Elves. Is that like the Batman? They look like the Batman villains, like the owl people. What are they called? Also, the absolute gall to announce a expansion pass before the game even releases. Like, wait at least 2 weeks. What are you doing? So, alright, my theory here is the brand new scenario, this is like pure conjecture. We're just, there's nothing else here, right? Yeah, there's nothing else here. This is pure conjecture, so take it with a grain of salt. But, let me go to, yeah, videos. But, in my opinion, so I'm not doing that. In my opinion, right? The whole new DLC scenario is just going to be what happened to the characters of the previous worlds before the 100-year time skip. That's what I think it's going to be. It's going to be a real fan servicey thing to get people involved. Either that or it will be the story of that Van Damme guy and his story is most likely what it could be. Or maybe that Ethel lady. Oh, this makes me real excited. I loved that trailer. There was so much to speak about and so many thoughts about it. Obviously, we talked about it a lot in my previous trailer analysis with Bob Duncan. I'm not doing it with him today because he didn't want to watch it. And to be honest, up until like a minute ago, I didn't want to watch it either. So, honestly, I'm just pumped. I think this game is going to be so good. There's going to be a lot. It's going to be stuffed with content. We're going to be talking about it for months and maybe even the entire year. This game is going to be fantastic. Well, I'm so hyped for this game. I don't know about you. There was so much in this trailer that we talked about. And I look forward to when this game comes out on July 29th. Hopefully I'll stream it here. I'll at least stream as much as I can before I go away. And with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe for more content from me. And I will see you all next time. Goodbye.